this is Steve from BC Barker Creations. I did a mouse cage thing in another video a while back, and I built these hoppers that are hanging in here. Come closer. And they worked for a while, but lately they've been going on top, and they've been going to the bathroom right on their food because they hang out on top just like that. So I decided I'm going to change my tubs to a shorter tub. Come over here. And this is what I've come up with. So I'm going to go with a shorter tub. And I built this hopper that'll hold the water, and I can fill the food up here. And this was the first one I made. I'm going to go through and show you guys how I made this, and this is what I'm going to make my mouse cages out of now. So you can change your water real easy. You won't be able to stack them. This other one you can stack. This one you could stack these if you wanted, but I put them on a shelf anyway, so I can just make the shelves closer together, and I can still get more in there than what I could with these big ones. But I'm going to go right through and show you how I build the frame for this, basically the whole top, and then show you how I put in this built-in hopper here, and I'll go through the whole thing. These are 1x2 pine, kiln dried pine. And this is just strips I cut off. They're 1/4-inch strips I cut off the edges of. This was a 4-foot piece here. I just cut off the strips off of it, and so I could fast go around the edges like this with it. So I'm going to go through the whole thing and build a whole top for you and show how I make the little hopper, built-in hopper. And like I said, this is my like prototype or whatever, so hopefully the next one will be better than this one, but we'll see. And I drill pilot holes, because if you don't, you know, hold still. If you don't, it'll crack. Okay, so we cut our 1/4-inch hardware mesh here. Now I'm going to just staple it down. And staple down. Okay, you got that. You can really, that's enough right there, but I like to finish it off so it looks a little bit better. Again, all these are all pre-cut. You want to pre-drill these too before you start putting nails in it, because it'll definitely split that. I'm just using these little nails here. They got a decent sized head on them. Just hold it down. First thing you do is once you want, you got your sides all set, you can cut everything beforehand and just put all the other before you cut the going. Make your nails straight. So there's that. And this is how I made them before. You could use this different size mesh for crickets or rats or whatever. Just change the size screening you have on there, and then you can use this same kind of pattern for anything. And I don't like to give you guys the sizes only because if you don't get the same tubs, it won't fit. So I think these are 28 quart Sterilite tubs, and then I believe they're 23. I don't have my measuring tape, but I think they're 18 by 24 and a half is what this will measure at the end when you're finished. But well, that's it, and that just sets over the top. Yeah, empty tub. This will just set over the top just like that. And they can't get out of there. They're not going to lift this. I mean, rats might lift it, but you want to go with a deeper tub anyways, bigger tub for rats anyways. But then you could just go with wider wood to make it heavier. So now we're gonna do the hopper part of it here. We're gonna build that right now, and I've got a pattern that hopefully will work. Let me use this. This is the pattern that I've got. You see that good? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I cut this pattern, and they're cut. It's cut right here on each side. And we're gonna find out if this works or not. I want to make it a nice bend so it's pretty even. So I'm just gonna use this piece of wood to make a nice straight bend on it. And hopefully that'll be good. Basically, you got this. I don't know if it doesn't show up already. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then you're gonna take your ends. Oh, and on these, I leave these sticking up so that when you put it on here, it'll basically go up in, and then you can bend them over to lock it on. So I'm gonna fold this straight up right here. Maybe. There we go. On the other side, I'm going to do the same thing, fold it straight up on top of it. now you got like V shape like that, basically. See it good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then you see on one end I left these out. So I'm going to take some pliers and bend them all in. So that I can use them to kind of lock. I'm also going to use some wire besides this to lock that in there. So now I got them on the inside here. I can bend them over. Just kind of press them down. This stuff's not, whoop, there's one that broke. That's why I planned on using wire anyways, but stuff's not hard to bend and even easier to break, so. So then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Fold this in. Fold this other side in. Just like that. I want to bend these over. That one's going to break. So now that fits into there. And I'm going to take these and bend them over. So there's that. And now, where's that wire? I'm going to take some of this, just cut a piece off so it's shorter. Just gonna kind of sew this together, sort of. So I'm just gonna run it in between them and just across the end here. You already have all these holes in it, so it doesn't need a whole lot on here. You want to point all your sharp edges on the inside so you don't hurt your mice. So this piece I'm just going to loop around a few times here to lock it on, basically. Try and pull it tight. Cut this off from here. Just gonna loop this in there and a couple of times. Pointed in. Now it's pointed in towards the thing, so hopefully nobody gets hurt on it. And it's just sewn across there, that's all. You already have a holding right here, and should be alright anyways, but that's just going to reinforce it. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Over. Just pick this up. Just make it around. Right back over. Let's get it. Right back over and tuck that in towards the inside. So there you go. Basically, it just sewed it across there. So now, kind of want to get your shape. Now you gotta take, go grab the step stool. You see this one's a lot bigger than that other one, but that's alright. Basically you're gonna take, and you're gonna figure out where you want it on here, and then you're gonna run it up through there like that, and bend these over to where you want it. But first, actually, let's have a look at where it is. Here. I'm just getting a rough idea on how low it hangs. On the side here, it's pretty good. So now, I use this step stool to set this on. You know what? I try to make everything even, so I'm kind of picky. So I'm going to try and put all of them in the same row over here. And then I want to center it between the two sides. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna take and bend these this way. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna want to find my line over here, wherever you want it. Get all these in the same line so it's even. I'll do the same thing, bend them over. So basically there's that. Just going to show you. So there's the hopper. Show you on this tub where it's going to sit. It's going to sit right about there at the end. Show them this angle so that they can see in there. That's about where it's going to sit. So I'll take the stack off. What I do is I want to show this to Tom. Go grab me a little piece of that scrap mesh. Any little piece. Yeah. Can you zoom in on this? I want to show you this. When you guys are bending these, you got it good?
Yep.
When you're bending these, you want to go, see how you got this cross one? You want to bend them over that. because it's less likely to break because it's bending it over that one. But this way, if you watch it, see it cracked right there. And a lot of times, see if I can get one, see how they're cracking. You go this way, there's no crack. And a lot of times if you gotta move it back, it's just gonna snap off, which that's gonna make me a liar, but oh, there it goes. But you should bend it over the wire any chance you can. I mean, sometimes you can't, but if you bend it this way, it cracks the wire. So you should bend it over it. Just bend it right over the other wire that goes across it. Throw this away. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and tighten these up. Bend them down in more. Get to the top here. Yeah, just not over, but it'll be worth it. I'll just place it down. Somewhere to break it off, but I'll take some other wire and it's already very nice. Okay, so they're all looped around on there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now I bent over all the edges on that, and we've got it on there pretty good. It isn't coming off. So now I'm going to cut along here, and along here, and then down the middle. I'm going to take these points off. Just going to pull it down like that. Okay, so now we cut down each side and down the middle. I'm going to fold this in. I'm going to try and crease it somewhat where it is. To get it to lay down pretty good. There's our basic thing. Now I'm going to sew down this side, all the way around. I'm going to basically sew the wire around. This wire came wrapped in the hardware, so. I'm just going to go along. Just sew this in. Thank you. There we go. I'm going to do the feet on the side here. So there you got it. I sewed this all the way around. And don't get stingy, guys, because that's where your mice are going to escape. If you don't make sure you sew this up good, they're going to get out of there. So now it's all set. Goes right in there like that. Water bottles can go right in, and you can fill it up with food. So there it is. It's all set. I'm pretty sure even the babies will be able to reach it. But that's it. The other thing I forgot to mention was this is 1/4 inch mesh, and where the feed is 1/2 inch mesh. And these, I didn't sew these down. I just bent them down. They're just hanging there, but it just gives it a little more reinforcement by leaving them. But looks like they'll work pretty good. Thanks for watching.